Welcome to the heart of the jungle, where nature's secrets lie hidden beneath a canopy of green. Today, we're venturing into the depths of the rainforest to uncover creatures so colossal, so bizarre, you'll think they've crawled out of a sci-fi movie. Get ready to meet the giants of the insect world, behemoths that defy belief and push the boundaries of what you thought was possible. These aren't your garden variety bugs. These are nature's titans. From beetles that could bench press a car to butterflies with wingspans that rival your dinner table, these colossal critters will leave you in awe. But why do these creatures grow so large? What secrets do they hold within their armored shells and camouflaged wings? Ah, the Goliath Beetle. When it comes to the insect world, this creature is the Arnold Schwarzenegger of bugs. Just look at it, built like a miniature tank, with a swagger to match. These little behemoths can stretch up to 4.3 inches long, and in their larval days, they can tip the scales at a whopping 100 grams. That's about the weight of a chocolate bar. But believe me, you wouldn't want to find this crawling out of your candy wrapper. Where exactly will you find the Goliath beetle? The tropical rainforests of Africa, Cameroon, Nigeria, the Congo. They thrive in these humid havens, tucked away in decaying logs and leaf litter like some sort of bug penthouse. Their diet? Oh, they're the gourmets of the insect world. As larvae, they munch on decomposing plant matter, savoring it like it's a fine cheese. Adults, however, have a sweet tooth. They feast on tree sap and fruit, a bit like nature's juice cleanse. When it comes to battle, these beetles don't play around. Males are equipped with a Y-shaped horn. Imagine having a crowbar attached to your head. They use it to joust with other males, a sort of medieval duel for mating rights. It's like watching a tiny insect version of Gladiator. And talk about strength. These bugs can lift up to 850 times their body weight. That's like you or me bench pressing a jumbo jet. They use this Herculean power to burrow through wood and soil, making them the bulldozers of the bug world. Despite their bulk, Goliath beetles are surprisingly graceful flyers. They unfurl their wings from beneath hard elytra, transforming from a tank into a bomber jet in seconds. Who says you can't be both brawn and beauty? The circle of life for these beetles is a brief yet fascinating one. The females lay their eggs in decaying wood or soil, where the larvae hatch and munch away like teenagers at an all-you-can-eat buffet. They grow, molt, and after about a year, emerge as these magnificent adults. Humans, even the curious creatures, have taken a liking to these giants. Goliath beetles are kept as pets and studied in labs, revered for their impressive size and gentle demeanor. They're the gentle giants of the insect world, a reminder of nature's endless wonders. The Atlas moth. If there were ever a heavyweight championship in the insect world, this bad boy would take the title without breaking a sweat. Just look at those wings, each one as big as your hand, stretching out to an incredible 12 inches. It's the Bigfoot of moths, only this one's real. This creature's got style too. Its wings are a tapestry of colors, reds, browns, blacks, and whites, with tips that look like the heads of snakes. It's like Mother Nature's way of saying, "Don't mess with me." These wing patterns aren't just for show. They're the moth's very own scare tactic. Home for the Atlas moth is the steamy, sultry forests of Southeast Asia. We're talking India, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, China, and Indonesia. These moths like it warm and humid, like a spa day every day. Now, the Atlas moth's life is a bit like a blockbuster movie. Short, spectacular, and over way too soon. They only live for 1 to 2 weeks as adults, and during that time, they don't eat. Nope, not a single bite. They're like the fasting monks of the insect world, living off the energy they stored as caterpillars. As youngsters, they chow down like teenagers at a pizza party. Citrus trees, guava, cinnamon, you name it, they eat it. They bulk up, spin a cocoon, and then the magic happens. Metamorphosis, baby. from a humble caterpillar to a flying giant. And when they take to the air, it's like watching a small bat flutter by. Those wings are built more for gliding than for speed. Think of them as the luxury cruisers of the moth world, not exactly built for racing, but boy, do they make an entrance. Despite their size, Atlas moths are all about peace and love. They don't attack, they just scare the pants off their predators with those snakehead wingtips. It's like carrying a couple of fake IDs that say, "Don't mess with me." When it's time for love, the ladies have a trick up their sleeves. Or should I say wings? They release pheromones that drive the males wild. These guys can pick up the scent from miles away with their feathery antennae. It's like a love potion in the wind. And here's a fun fact. Those cocoons are tough enough to be used as purses in some cultures. Imagine carrying your change in a piece of moth magic. Talk about making a fashion statement. Deep in the heart of the Amazon, where the air is thick and the trees whisper secrets, lurks a creature of epic proportions. Meet the Titan beetle. If insects had a bodybuilder contest, this guy would be Mr. Universe, hands down. This beetle can grow up to 6.5 inches long, bigger than your smartphone and a whole lot meaner. Its mandibles are like nature's own pair of bolt cutters. They can snap pencils like they're twigs and even pierce human skin. It's the jaws of life in bug form. The Titan beetle calls the lush rainforests of South America home. Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Ecuador. These are the neighborhoods where our iron giant roams. Think of it as the ultimate off-the-grid rustic retreat, where the Wi-Fi is weak but the adventure is strong. Now, you might think a creature this big would have an appetite to match. But here's the twist. The adults don't eat. That's right, they're the ultimate intermittent fasters, living off the energy they built up as larvae while they were chowing down on decaying wood, like tiny lumberjacks. When it comes to defense, the Titan beetle doesn't mess around. Those mandibles can inflict some serious hurt, and if that doesn't scare you off, it can hiss at you. Yes, it hisses by expelling air from its spiracles, like a teapot that's had enough of your nonsense. And those sharp spines on its legs. Consider them the beetle's version of barbed wire. Despite being built like a tank, the Titan beetle can take to the skies. Its flight isn't exactly graceful, more like a cargo plane than a fighter jet. But hey, when you're this big, you don't need to be pretty to get the job done. These beetles are also the subject of much fascination. Their larvae remain a mystery, hidden away in the heart of rotting wood. Scientists and collectors alike are captivated by these titans, making them prized additions to insect collections and museums. And just like moths, Titan beetles are drawn to the light. They're nocturnal wanderers, venturing out at night, their hulking silhouettes against the moonlit forest. Welcome to New Zealand, where the landscapes are as dramatic as the creatures that inhabit them. Meet the giant Weta, an insect so big, it's like nature's very own action figure. These critters can grow up to 4 inches long and weigh as much as a small bird. That's right, folks. We're talking about an insect that can give a sparrow a run for its money in a weigh-in. The giant Weta calls these forests home, preferring the peace and quiet of isolated offshore islands. Here, they found a sanctuary away from the hungry mouths of invasive predators. Despite their fearsome looks, these gentle giants are mostly herbivores. They snack on leaves, fruits, and sometimes, for a bit of variety, a dead insect or two. Think of them as the vegetarians of the insect world, with the occasional craving for some protein. When it comes to defense, the giant Weta doesn't play around. Those hind legs are like spring-loaded kickboxing gloves, ready to deliver a powerful kick to any would-be predator. And if that doesn't work, they've got mandibles that can bite. It's like having a Swiss Army knife for a mouth. These insects are strong too. They can lift several times their own body weight without breaking a sweat. Imagine lifting a car over your head. That's the kind of strength we're talking about here. The life cycle of a giant Weta is a testament to their resilience. Females lay eggs in the soil where the next generation begins its journey. It's a slow and steady process, taking months to over a year to transform from egg to adult. Sadly, these incredible insects are endangered. Habitat loss and introduced predators have taken a toll. But thanks to conservation efforts, there's hope for these living fossils. They're a symbol of New Zealand's unique biodiversity and a reminder of the delicate balance of nature. In the sun-baked soils of Queensland, Australia, lives an insect so big and tough, it could give a bulldozer a run for its money. Meet the giant burrowing cockroach, the rhinoceros of the roach world. This isn't your average household pest. These cockroaches can grow up to 3.3 inches long and weigh as much as a stack of quarters. Their bodies are like miniature tanks, built to dig, burrow, and withstand the pressures of life underground. These impressive insects are native to the tropical and subtropical regions of Queensland. They make their homes in extensive burrow systems, some reaching over 3 feet deep. It's like living in a cozy underground bunker, safe from the outside world. The giant burrowing cockroach isn't just about muscle and might. It plays a vital role in the ecosystem as a detritivore, feeding on decaying leaf litter. Think of them as the janitors of the forest floor, cleaning up and recycling nutrients back into the soil. When danger comes knocking, these cockroaches don't waste time fighting. They rely on their digging prowess to retreat into their burrows faster than you can say bug off. Their tough exoskeleton acts like a suit of armor, offering extra protection against predators. And here's a twist you didn't see coming. These cockroaches are devoted parents. Females give birth to live young and guard them in the burrow until they're ready to face the world. It's a level of maternal care that's rare among insects. Their strength is legendary. These cockroaches can lift and move objects several times their body weight, all thanks to their powerful legs designed for digging. They're the weightlifters of the insect kingdom. Despite their formidable appearance, these cockroaches are quite popular as pets. They're docile, easy to care for, and can live up to 10 years. That's longer than some dogs and cats. Imagine having a pet cockroach that sticks around for a decade. In the heart of Southeast Asia's rainforests, where every leaf hides a secret, there's a creature that takes camouflage to an art form. Meet the giant long-legged Katydid, a master of disguise and one of the largest katydids on the planet. These katydids can stretch up to 6 inches long, but it's their legs and antennae that truly steal the show. Those legs look like they belong to a supermodel on stilts, and the antennae, twice as long as their body, picking up the faintest vibrations in the air. These giants make their home in the tropical rainforests of Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines. They thrive in this lush, green world, where their leaf-like wings let them vanish into the background like a magician's trick. Don't let their gentle looks fool you. These katydids are omnivores. They munch on leaves, flowers, fruits, and even the occasional insect. Their jaws are like tiny chainsaws, capable of cutting through tough plant material and unsuspecting prey. When it comes to defense, they're not ones to start a fight, but they won't back down either. Those powerful mandibles can deliver a nasty bite if threatened. But their real superpower is their camouflage. With wings that look just like leaves, they can hide in plain sight, fooling even the sharpest-eyed predators. At night, the rainforest comes alive with their symphony. Males produce a series of calls, rubbing their wings together in a process called stridulation. It's their way of saying, "Hey ladies, check me out." It's the Katydid version of a love song, serenading the forest. When love is in the air, the male presents a gift. A spermatophore, a package of sperm and nutrients. It's like bringing chocolates on a first date, but with a bit more biological importance. In the steamy rainforests of Central and South America, where the air is thick with the scent of life, resides a creature of titanic proportions. Meet the elephant beetle, a gentle giant among insects. These beetles can grow up to 4.7 inches long, with males sporting impressive horns that look like they belong to a prehistoric creature. These horns aren't just for show. They're used in battles that would make a sumo wrestler proud. The elephant beetle calls the rainforests of Central and South America home. From Mexico to Venezuela, they thrive in these humid, vibrant ecosystems, hidden among the decaying wood and rich soil. As larvae, these beetles spend up to 3 years munching on decaying wood, growing stronger and larger in their subterranean world. It's like an extended boot camp, preparing them for the short but spectacular life above ground. When they finally emerge as adults, their diet shifts to fruit, sap, and nectar. Those strong mandibles can break into the toughest plant material, turning the rainforest into their personal buffet. But it's during mating season that the horns come into play. Males engage in epic wrestling matches, using their horns to flip and push each other. The winner gets the girl and the bragging rights. It's nature's version of a heavyweight championship. And talk about strength. These beetles can lift up to 850 times their body weight. That's like a human lifting a fully loaded 18-wheeler. Their strength is not just for show, it's vital for survival in the dense underbrush. In the heart of Central and South America's rainforests, where the air is thick with mystery, lives a creature as mighty as its name. Meet the Hercules beetle, a true titan of the insect world. These beetles can reach up to 7 inches long, with males sporting horns that would make a medieval knight jealous. These aren't just for show. They're the Hercules beetle's weapons in its quest for dominance. The Hercules beetle calls the rainforests of Central and South America home. From Colombia to Peru, these giants thrive in the humid tropical environment, nestled in the decaying wood and plant matter of their forest domain. As larvae, they spend up to 2 years buried in decaying wood, growing stronger every day. It's like a long training camp, preparing them for the battles to come. When they finally emerge as adults, their diet shifts to fruit, sap, and nectar. Those strong mandibles are perfect for breaking into tough plant material, turning the rainforest into their personal banquet hall. But it's during the mating season that the real action happens. Males engage in epic wrestling matches, using their horns to flip and grapple. The victor wins the right to mate, while the loser skulks away to fight another day. The strength of the Hercules beetle is legendary. They can lift objects 850 times their body weight. Imagine a human lifting an entire fleet of cars. Now that's what I call muscle. These remarkable creatures aren't just marvels of the wild. They're also studied by scientists and kept as pets by enthusiasts. Their impressive size and gentle nature make them fascinating subjects of research and admiration. So the next time you think of beetles, remember the Hercules beetle. It's not just an insect, it's a marvel of evolution, a powerhouse of strength, and a gentle giant of the rainforest. And if you're lucky enough to see one, you're witnessing one of nature's greatest athletes up close. Beneath the still waters of ponds and lakes lurks a creature both fascinating and formidable. Meet the giant water bug, known to some as the toe biter, a name that should give you pause before wading into unknown waters. These aquatic titans can grow up to 4.8 inches long. Their flat, oval bodies are perfectly designed for an underwater ambush. Picture a stealthy submarine waiting silently for its next target to wander too close. You can find these bugs in freshwater habitats across the globe, from the calm ponds of North America to the bustling waters of Southeast Asia. They thrive in shallow, still waters, where the cover of vegetation offers the perfect hiding spots. The giant water bug is an ambush predator, lying in wait until the moment is right. With lightning speed, it uses its powerful forelegs to snatch its prey. Fish, amphibians, other insects, nothing is safe. It injects digestive enzymes that turn the prey's insides into a liquid lunch. But beware, for this bug has a bite that lives up to its nickname. A careless step in the water can result in a painful encounter with those piercing mouth parts. It's not personal, it's just a matter of defense and survival. In the world of giant water bugs, the males are the devoted caretakers. They carry the eggs on their backs, protecting them until they hatch. It's a touching display of paternal care, rare among insects, ensuring the next generation has a fighting chance. And just when you think you've got them figured out, they surprise you again. These bugs can fly, moving between water bodies to find new hunting grounds and mates. It's like seeing a submarine suddenly take to the skies. In the heart of South America's rainforests, where the trees whisper ancient secrets, lives a creature that would make even the most battle-hardened warrior proud. Meet the Macrodontia Cervicornis, a beetle with jaws that could give a lion a run for its money. These beetles can grow up to 7 inches long, with males sporting mandibles that look like they've been lifted straight out of a medieval armory. It's like having a pair of antlers on your face, perfect for wrestling matches in the bug world. They call the rainforests of Brazil, Ecuador, and Peru home, thriving in the dense, humid undergrowth. It's a place where being big and tough isn't just an advantage, it's a necessity. As larvae, these beetles spend years feasting on decaying wood, growing larger and stronger in their subterranean world. It's like a bodybuilding regimen, only their gym is a rotting log. When it's time to find a mate, the males engage in epic battles, using those mighty mandibles to grapple and push their rivals. It's like watching a wrestling match, but with more legs and less spandex. In the green depths of Southeast Asia's rainforests, where every leaf hides a mystery, lives an insect so good at hide and seek, it could give Houdini a run for his money. Meet the giant walking stick, nature's very own illusionist. These giants can stretch up to 21 inches long, making them the longest insects on Earth. Their bodies and legs are so convincingly twig-like, you'd swear they were part of the scenery. It's like Mother Nature's way of saying, "Now you see me, now you don't." They make their home in the rainforests of Malaysia and Borneo, where their camouflage is both an art and a survival strategy. Here, looking like a stick isn't just a fashion statement, it's a matter of life and death. These herbivores are nocturnal diners, feasting on leaves under the cover of darkness. During the day, they stay perfectly still, blending in with the forest like a leaf in a pile of autumn. When threatened, they have a neat trick up their twiggy sleeves. They drop to the ground and play dead. It's like hitting the snooze button on a predator's breakfast plans. In the lush rainforests of Papua New Guinea, where the air is thick with the scent of flowers, flutters a creature of such regal beauty, it puts all other butterflies to shame. Meet Queen Alexandra's Birdwing, the largest butterfly in the world. With a wingspan of up to 12 inches, this butterfly is a flying masterpiece. The females, though less colorful, are impressive in their size, while the males dazzle with iridescent blues and greens. It's like a royal ball in the canopy, and everyone's invited. They rule the skies of Papua New Guinea's Oro province, where the rainforest provides both a palace and playground. Here, size isn't just about standing out, it's about survival. The larvae feast on the leaves of the Aristolochia plant, ingesting toxins that make them unpalatable to predators. It's like eating your vegetables with a side of poison ivy for protection. Their large size and swift flight help them evade threats. It's like having the agility of a hummingbird combined with the wingspan of a small bird. Predators beware, catching this butterfly is no easy feat. In the shadowy caves of Laos, where the darkness hides ancient secrets, lives a creature so large it could give you a fright even in broad daylight. Meet the giant Huntsman spider, the largest spider by leg span. This isn't just any spider, it's the stuff of legends, the arachnid equivalent of a horror movie star. With a leg span reaching up to 12 inches, this spider could give any arachnophobe nightmares. Its legs stretch out like a creepy crab, ready to dart away at the slightest disturbance. Imagine a Halloween decoration that not only moves on its own, but also sprints across the room when you least expect it. If spiders had a marathon, this one would be Usain Bolt. These spiders call the caves of Laos home, thriving in the damp, dark corners where few dare to venture. It's a place where being big and fast is essential for survival. In these eerie caverns, the giant Huntsman reigns supreme, like the haunted housekeeper of an ancient tomb. Giant Huntsman spiders are nocturnal hunters, preying on insects and other small animals. They don't spin webs. Instead, they rely on speed and surprise to catch their meals. Think of them as the ninjas of the arachnid world, slipping silently through the shadows, ready to pounce at a moment's notice. Their hunting technique is all about agility and precision, traits that would make even the most skilled samurai jealous. When threatened, they don't stick around to fight. Their primary defense is their speed, allowing them to vanish into the darkness in the blink of an eye. It's like trying to catch a shadow. Good luck with that. One moment they're there, and the next, they're just a memory, a fleeting glimpse of something almost supernatural. And speaking of supernatural, their eyes are the stuff of campfire tales. Equipped with excellent night vision, they can see in the dark better than most creatures. It's as if they've borrowed a pair of night vision goggles from some covert military operation. They navigate the pitch-black caves with an ease that's both mesmerizing and a little bit terrifying. Despite their formidable appearance and lightning-fast reflexes, giant huntsman spiders are not out to get you. They're simply masters of their dark domain, creatures perfectly adapted to a life in the shadows. They play a crucial role in their ecosystem, keeping the insect population in check and maintaining the delicate balance of nature. In the scorching deserts of the southwest, where only the toughest survive, flies a creature so fearsome, even tarantulas tread carefully. Meet the tarantula hawk wasp, a wasp with a sting that legends are made of. This isn't just an insect, it's nature's very own version of a supervillain, complete with a dramatic costume and a chilling modus operandi. These wasps can grow up to 2 inches long, with metallic blue bodies and fiery orange wings. It's as if they were designed by a fashionista with a flair for the dramatic. Striking fear into the hearts of arachnids, they strut around the desert like models on a high-fashion runway, but don't let their beauty fool you. They pack a punch that would make Mike Tyson wince. They roam the deserts of the Americas, Africa, and Asia, hunting their preferred prey, tarantulas. In these harsh environments, being big and bold isn't just advantageous, it's essential. Imagine a Wild West showdown where the tarantula hawk wasp is the lone gunslinger, fearless and formidable, taking down the 8-legged outlaws with surgical precision. The female wasp's sting is one of the most painful in the insect world, designed to paralyze tarantulas with precision. She drags her immobilized prey to a burrow, where she lays an egg on it. It's like the insect version of a horror movie, only the tarantula doesn't stand a chance. Picture a sci-fi thriller where the protagonist gets taken out by a stealthy alien, and you'll have an idea of what the tarantula experiences. Despite their fearsome hunting techniques, adult wasps are nectar feeders, flitting from flower to flower like nature's own pollinators. It's a gentle side to a creature with a dark side straight out of a thriller. One moment they're executing a perfect attack sequence, and the next they're sipping delicately from blossoms like they're at a tea party. Their sting, however, is the stuff of legend. Ranked as one of the most painful stings in the insect world, it's said to be so intense that it leaves victims in a state of temporary paralysis, unable to do anything but scream. It's like being hit by a lightning bolt, followed by a wave of fiery agony. Even the toughest of the tough would have to admit defeat. But here's the kicker. Despite their terrifying capabilities, these wasps are generally not aggressive towards humans. They prefer to keep to themselves, focusing their lethal talents on tarantulas rather than tangling with us. It's a bit like discovering that Darth Vader spends his off hours tending to a flower garden. By the quiet waters of North America's rivers and lakes, where the air is thick with the hum of insects, lives a creature of such size it could make you question your sanity. Meet the giant fishfly, an aquatic colossus with a wingspan to match. If there were a Jurassic Park for insects, these guys would be the main attraction. These insects can sport a wingspan of up to 5.5 inches, making them the giants of the water world. With long, veined wings and an elongated body, They look like something out of a prehistoric past. Imagine a mini pterodactyl buzzing around your porch light, and you've got the giant fishfly. It's like nature's version of a time machine, taking us back to an era when everything was just a bit bigger. You'll find these giants near rivers and lakes across North America. They thrive in the fresh, clean waters where their larvae, known as hellgrammites, reign supreme. It's a world where size truly matters, and being big is the best way to stay at the top of the food chain. As larvae, they are fierce predators, hunting other aquatic insects with powerful mandibles. Watching them in action is like seeing a tiny underwater gladiator, battling for survival in the riverbed arena. They take on all challenges, turning the murky depths into their own personal coliseum. When they emerge as adults, they might not eat at all, focusing instead on finding mates and completing their life cycle. It's a bit like a medieval knight's quest, minus the dragons and damsels in distress. At night, they are drawn to lights like moths to a flame, creating a spectacle that's both mesmerizing and eerie. Imagine hosting an impromptu light show with prehistoric performers. It's nature's very own rave party. Their life as an adult is short but significant, a testament to the cycles of nature. They emerge, they mate, they lay eggs, and the circle of life continues. They're like the rock stars of the insect world, living fast, shining bright, and leaving behind a legacy that ensures the show goes on.